this happens in a public servant's job, it is their duty to inform their bosses. If they don't fix the situation and it involves public interest and public health and safety, then it becomes your obligation to blow the whistle. This is court judgment in year 2000. And now the whole government is upset, every deputy minister, that the public servants will be blowing the whistle all the time. Everybody will be coming out to tell the truth. What are we going to do? How are we going to manage this public service? So a decision is made, somehow do something to get rid of Shiv Chopra and whoever stands with him. So they start reorganizing, doing all this, and now all the previous bosses are gone. David Dodge is gone, Alan Rock is gone, and new people are brought in, new director general, and this and that and so forth. Decision has been made to fire us. And this goes on. Now, jumping ahead, in 2004, I was, and two others, were fired for insubordination. A fourth of our colleagues, the youngest, had a massive heart attack and died. Because we were literally kind of jailed. We were separated from the whole bureau, and we were putting in different towers in individual buildings. Nobody could come in, we couldn't go out. This was if we got locked out after 6 o'clock, we couldn't go back in. Your jacket was left inside, it's cold outside, you just went to the washroom, you're done. This is the kind of situation that we were in for several months, and eventually fired, 3 of us. For the same reason, that we're insubordinate. My son said, in army terms, that's not insubordination, that's a rebellion, that's mutiny. Anyhow, all three fired at the same time, on the same day, all three on long-term sick leave, because we were falling ill.
Together at the same time.
And the orders came, don't come to the office, your materials, whatever in the office will be sent home, and your computers are locked up. 2 boxes arrived at my doorstep. One of them contained my papers, my coffee mug, shoes, and this plaque signed by Paul Martin, 35 years of illustrious service, and a gold watch sitting on top. A reporter called from Canadian Press, what's new? By this time, a lot of media had become my friends. Nowadays, they stay away. And he said, what's new in the department? They often used to call. I said, Dennis, I don't know whether to laugh or cry. He said, why? What happened? I said, you know, I received all this, and I'm fired, then I have a gold watch, and it's sitting over my shoes. In my culture, that's blasphemy. I said, an authority's signature sitting over my shoes? Anyhow, it went berserk. Front page news everywhere, big picture, holding my shoes in one hand, gold watch in the other. You know, I can only laugh, because otherwise they'll kill you. So you have to keep this sense of humor, sense of balance. That's how I've survived to this age. Once I told it during a grievance hearing, that, you know, you people think I'm getting old and I will now die sometime. I said, I pray I don't, because I intend to remain a pain in your side for as long as I live. Not going. So, my friends, that is one side of the story on GMOs. Now, GMOs are not only in food. Take note of this. GMOs now, genetic engineering, not organisms and their products. They are in every vaccine, DNA, and other products, and cancer drugs, monoclonal antibodies. They're all genetically engineered. Every now and then you hear now they made a new flu virus. All this is genetically engineered. And actually those are being injected, not even being eaten. They're being injected into newborn babies. The whole, if you now look at nature, they say, you know, this has been, some people who approach GMOs, they say this has been done for thousands of years, nothing, this is not even a new technology. That's rubbish. Because if you look at nature, you cannot take a cow's gene and put it into a tomato. Or a human gene, put it into bacteria. Or vice versa, and all this mix up. What has been done for thousands of years is by selective breeding within the species. But if you cross species, even closely related species, you take a horse and a donkey, you cross them, and you get a mule. And the mule is mule. It's neither a horse nor a donkey. It looks like both of them. It's even hardier than both of them, but it's sterile. That hybrid cannot give you another mule, cannot give you a horse or a donkey. We are the donkeys who are saying this has been done for thousands of years. It's wrong. This is anti-nature. It's anti-God. It's anti-Christ. Call it whatever you like. This is not permitted in nature. And to say that this has been done for thousands of years and people are not dying when they're dying now is slow death. That's what has happened. All those diseases that used to be previously uncommon genetic diseases have now become epidemics. Diabetes, obesity, cancer, autism, that now in small children, and people will now, if this continues, people may live just as long, but they'll be sick all their life. That is the society we have created, and this is where the GMOs are going. On a happier note, perhaps may hope. When I come here now, I see a change. You people are all informed. You're not here to listen to this. You all know this now. I'm only reconfirming what I said before. What I said during that time in Powell River, I was brought to Powell River to speak to at a Sunday fest, people eating organic food, hot dogs. They handed me a microphone, and there was a stage for country singers, and they just gave me this boom microphone. They said, speak to these people. There were a couple of hundred people eating food, enjoying themselves, having a picnic. And I said, what am I going to say to these people? They're having fun. Suddenly, something flashed through my head. It was an awakening for me. That the answer is not with me, the answer is these people. And here's the answer. And I said, and it's in the last chapter of my book, we, the children of God, and as the citizens of Canada, have our divine right and our constitutional right to eat and feed our families that nature makes. Amen. And those freedoms and rights are enshrined in our Constitution under the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. I don't recommend any violence. I don't recommend Occupy movement. I'm not interested in labeling. All I want to say is de-occupy my body, get lost. Leave me alone. I will decide what I want to eat. So, please go away. And this is what has happened, is beginning to happen in BC. A union of 22 municipalities have collectively passed a now resolution a few weeks ago that they want to make British Columbia GM free in those. Based on those 22 municipalities, the Association of Municipalities have also passed a now resolution. They want to do the same thing. They may be odd municipality or city, but they are coming along. From here it moves to Alberta, and we hope it'll keep on going because there's a precedent in Canada that British Columbians have learned from Quebec, where some years ago, one municipality, Hudson, mothers in that municipality decided they didn't want cosmetic use of 2,4-D on their lawns because it was making children sick and people allergic and all kinds of diseases, and it wasn't doing anything anyway. It was only to kill dandelions. So cosmetic use. Hudson decided to do that, and then, you know, even at that time, Crop Life and all these guys were screaming and raising hell. Oh, you can't do that. Health Canada has approved it. They said, we don't care what Health Canada has done. We don't want to use it. Then based on that decision, the province of Quebec took it further. They said, we're going to ban its use on all public properties. They didn't talk about agriculture because you want to keep it narrow when you go to court, because this is what's going to happen. When that happened, it was expanding. Then the companies and Health Canada together took Hudson to court. It went all the way to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court ruled people of Hudson have the right to do what they want. Therefore, BC has every opportunity to win because we already have this decision, Supreme Court decision on your side. Thank you very much.